everyone, so I am back with another video and actually another haul video. As I mentioned in my previous video, which was my MAC back-to-MAC eyeshadow haul, me and my sister went to the States earlier this week to do some makeup shopping. Now she didn't do as much damage as I did, she just kind of went for getting some makeup brushes, whereas I went for the whole shebang. Ulta, I didn't get anything at Sephora, and the drugstore. So I will kind of get started and show you everything that I got. So the first place we stopped was actually an accidental stop. We were trying to find this P.O. box that I had ordered something to, which I will show you in a minute. Couldn't find it, got lost, had to ask for directions, and ended up at a CVS. And I was so excited because I found the two products I had wanted to find the most while going to the States. And it was really good too because I went to a couple other CVS's afterwards and they didn't have it. So it was like, it was meant to be. So the first two things that I picked up are both from Milani, and they are the new matte blushes, and they are freaking gorgeous. So the first one I will show you here is in the color Delizioso Pink, and it's what I have on my cheeks today. It's probably kind of hard to see because the lighting is pretty bright right now. It is this really gorgeous cool tone pink with blue undertones. When I first saw it, it reminded me a lot of the Dior Rosy Glow blush that actually is one of those blushes that sort of transforms to your a customized color based on your pH level. I did swatch them side by side the other day. This one is definitely a bit brighter, but if anybody had been looking at the Dior one, it's close enough that, you know, for $8.99 versus I think the Dior one's maybe like $37, $40, something like that, this is a really good choice. So it's just, oh, they're so pretty. The second shade that I got is in the color Bella Rosa, and it is also equally as pretty. There it is there. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. It's this really sort of hot coral pink with strong red undertones. These blushes are insanely well pigmented, so you definitely want to use a light hand with them, but they're so well done. I like the older Milani blushes, but I found that they had a lot of shimmer to them, and I'm not always a huge fan of shimmer. So I'm really excited that they brought out some matte shades, and I really hope that they're going to continue with that and create some new mattes, because like I said, they're absolutely gorgeous, great quality, great pigmentation, awesome. So as I mentioned, we had to go to this sort of P.O. box thing I have in the States to pick up a package I had ordered, and there's kind of a story behind this package. So as many of you might know, NARS came out with their new NARSissist palette, which has 15 eyeshadow shades. I was kind of on the fence originally, like, okay, should I order it? It's really expensive. And by the time I decided that yes, I wanted to get it, it was completely sold out of on the NARS website. So I was like, oh crap. So then when I saw it come up on the Lord & Taylor website, I immediately ordered it and had it shipped to this P.O. box thing I have in the States. And then I started to see a lot of not so good blog posts, not so great reviews, some pretty crappy swatches. Like, people were just saying it didn't live up to the NARS standard, and I started thinking, oh no, like I just spent all this money and it's going to be a pain in the butt to have to ship it back. So definitely buyer's remorse at that point. But I actually was in a Sephora not that long ago, and I saw the palette and I swatched it, and I thought, you know, I really do like this. The shades that I had really wanted to get or was most excited for within the palette swatched very nicely. So overall I was happy with it, and after using it today, I don't really know if you can see my eyeshadow very well. I did use it today. I really like it. Now there are a few shades in here that, more like the lighter shades, that don't swatch amazingly well on the hand, but I found, because I used some of them today, that with a brush they have a lot more pigmentation, and I think the quality is there. I mean, I think probably there's a few shades that are better when you use them in the, sorry, I'm just trying to move this where you can see it best. In the single pan form, I know that some people had swatched the singles versus the palette, and the singles were a bit better. I have no doubt about that, but there's a lot of shades that I wanted to try in the single form, and this is a lot cheaper doing it this way, because even buying like 4 or 5 singles would have added up to more than the price of this. So far I'm really happy with it. If you would like to see a further review, either a blog post or a video, I can do swatches of everything, talk more in depth about my thoughts. Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to do that. So our next stop was good old Target, and the first thing I picked up shouldn't be much of a surprise if you've watched my videos for a while or read my blog, and it is the Aussie Moist 3-Minute Miracle Mask. I love this thing. It is the best hair mask, hair treatment I found. My hair has just been driving me crazy lately. It is super dry, and with these ombre ends, it just feels like straw a lot of the time, and I haven't had this for a while because I ran out and they don't sell them here in Canada. So I bought 5 of these the other day at Target to stock up. They're like $3 each. Used it today, and I have to say already my hair just feels so much better. So if you do have access to these, they are amazing and become very highly recommended. Next up, I picked up 2 brushes from e.l.f. Nothing fancy. Like I said, my sister was looking for makeup brushes, and when I was helping her find some, she didn't want to go with anything super expensive. I thought, well, I really want some of these. So the first is the e.l.f. C brush, which is just a really big flat shader brush, good for packing on eyeshadow. I especially like to use brushes like this if my eyeshadow has like a lot of shimmer or glitter to it, because I find these sort of brushes just seem to hold the product better and are really good for just sort of pressing shadow into the eyelid. And then the second one is the e.l.f. contour brush, and it's just a really little, I don't know, sort of dense rounded top brush, and I just think this is really good for doing crease work if you don't want, usually I use like a fluffier brush in my crease for kind of a more, I guess, natural spread out look, but if you want to do something a little bit more intense, then I feel like this would be a good brush for that. Next up for Target is a Sonia Kashuk palette that I've had my eye on for a while. I've heard a lot of really good things about it, but I was not prepared to pay, I think it was like $15 for a quad. So this was on sale on clearance, so I don't know if they're getting rid of it, for $6. And it is the Sonia Kashuk quad, like I said, and this is in the color Textured Rose. And so it's just, I mean, I have these sort of shades. Did I necessarily need it? No, but I'm obsessed with rose gold, and this is just rose gold to the max. I used the shades yesterday. They're really nice. They do have a lot of fallout because they are super creamy. This sort of glittery shade here is basically just glitter. Even though it looks like it has a lot of color in the pan, it really just comes off as more of a clear glitter. But the other 3 shades are gorgeous and just really nice for a simple rose gold eye. So the last thing I picked up at Target is not beauty related. It's actually a new purse. So I picked up this one here, and I just thought it was really cute. It's sort of this taupey gray shades, has a little bit of a purple undertone to it. I thought it was pretty neutral, which I liked. And then it just has the gold chain on it, opens up, there's a zippered pocket in there, there's a pocket down there, there's a pocket up here, so I liked it. And Target purses are pretty inexpensive. I think this was like around the $20 mark, so not bad. So my next stop was at Ulta, where I picked up quite a few things. The first thing I picked up was just a mini Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. This is just my eyeshadow primer of choice. Love it. Was running out and just needed a new one. Next, I picked up some things from NYX or NYX. A lot of people say NYX. I always say NYX. I don't know which one it is, to be honest. I had told myself I wasn't going to buy anything lip related, so this is the only lip thing I bought. My lips have just been super dry lately, and so I'm usually just using like a lip balm on them, and just find that a lot of my lip products go to waste, even though, you know, they're really nice and pretty. So I did pick up just one of the new NYX lip butter lipsticks, or butter lipsticks I think they're called. And this one is in the shade Little Susie, and it is what I have on my lips right now, although my lips have kind of worn off a little bit. I swatched it on the back of my hand, and it just looked very moisturizing. It had this really nice sort of sheen to it, and I've had this on not that long, maybe like a couple of hours now, and I haven't, like, my lips do not feel dry. So for $6, I think it's a really good choice. I'm glad I didn't pick up a whole bunch of them. This was kind of my favorite color. It's gonna work for now. It's gonna work great in the summer. I don't need, you know, every single shade, but if you're looking for an inexpensive lipstick that has like a lot of good pigmentation, that is, you know, super moisturizing, then I would definitely, if you can, recommend checking these out. So the next NYX product I picked up is one of the new baked blushes, and this is in the shade Journey, and it's this really, well, I'll tell you in a second. It's supposed to be this really nice sort of nudie peach, just very natural looking. At Ulta, they had all of the new baked blushes out, like, to be tested, and so I swatched a lot of them, and a lot of them were really, really pretty, really pigmented, but they had a buttload of shimmer to them, and I just wanted to go with something that wasn't so shimmery. So I swatched this one, and it was light, but it had a lot of pigmentation to it. Like, it wasn't a bold color, but it was nicely pigmented. It was just a really nice, like, soft sort of neutral that would go with an everyday kind of look. get home, and like I always do when I get new makeup, I want to play with it when I get home. Swatch this and nothing comes off. Like there is zero pigmentation to this thing, which is such a bummer. And I went online to see if it was maybe just like this particular one that wasn't working, but I saw a lot of people who had done reviews and swatches of this shade, and they all seem to have the same issue with it, which is surprising because the tester was so nice. But that sort of thing always really bothers me because, you know, NYX or NYX, whatever it's called, is a company that puts out really great products. So I don't understand how a company that, you know, can put out so many great products is gonna let one like this kind of slip by them. To me, it seems almost lazy, you know? They think, oh, there's so many great products, this one isn't as great as the others. Who cares? We have all the other ones. So definitely kind of turned me off of any of their other baked blushes in case I get home and it does the same thing. So that was a disappointment. With that said, I also picked up one of the new baked eyeshadows from NYX, and this is in the color Vesper, and this is nicely pigmented. After I swatched the blush, I thought, oh my god, I better not swatch this eyeshadow, and there's nothing to it, but there is. It's nicely pigmented, it's super creamy, it does have some fallout, but very nice. And it's a really unique shade. It's sort of a silver taupey brown with purple undertones. There is some shimmer to it, but it doesn't come off too shimmery when you swatch it. I just think this is going to be a really gorgeous all over lid shade. You know, just a simple, it'll like look put together, but you don't have to do a lot with it. So this, some eyeliner, some mascara would be really nice. Next from Ulta, I just picked up my current favorite mascara, which is the Essence Lash Mania Reloaded. I haven't seen it yet in Canada. I know it's coming out soon, but I just saw it there and I use mine every single day, so I thought I would grab another one. I really like this. I've shown it many times in my videos. It's got a plastic brush that just sort of bends easily, so you can kind of wiggle it all and get your eyelashes nice and big. So I have two more things to show you from Ulta. The first is a Real Techniques brush, and I was so excited because I've wanted this particular brush forever but had never seen it when I'd gone to this Ulta before, so I found it this time, and it is the Expert Face Brush. And I just really like the shape of this. Now, I know that they say on the website that you use this for like foundation, liquid foundations. I think I'm going to use this more for blush. I don't contour on a regular basis, but if I ever decide to, I think this would be really nice for contouring. It'll be nice for sort of laying on highlighter. So just an all-around good brush, and the Real Techniques brushes are awesome. So the very last thing that I picked up at Ulta was somewhat expensive and a little bit odd for me. I don't like to spend a lot of money on my hair care products, but as I mentioned earlier in the video, I've been having a lot of issues with my hair just like feeling and looking kind of dry, and so I'd read a lot of really good things about this, and I decided just to bite the bullet and pick it up. And it is from a brand that I have never used before, and it's called Alterna is the brand, and it's called the Caviar Anti-Aging Overnight Hair Rescue Repair While You Sleep. So basically what it is an overnight hair mask. You put it in your dry hair before you go to bed. It's supposed to be non-greasy, so you don't have to worry about it ruining your pillowcases at all. Washed it out the next morning, and from all the reviews I read online, people say like you can notice like a dramatic difference pretty much right away. The next day your hair feels a lot softer, smoother, healthier, shinier. So I'm definitely going to give this a try, and we'll definitely come back either again with a blog post or a video giving you my thoughts. So our next stop was JCPenney. They do have a Sephora within the JCPenney that I go to, but we didn't get anything at Sephora. But I did find this really cute company called, I think it was Paloma and Ellie, and they do really cute jewelry. So I picked up a couple of necklaces, and I will do like a closer shot after so you can see. But the first one here is just gold, and it has like a little bar of diamonds. Obviously not real diamonds because it was $16. And then the second one I picked up I love, if I can get this untangled from my shirt. And it is a longer chain, and it has 3 parts to it. So the bottom part is a sort of like pyramid that has, or sorry, diamond shape that has, again, fake diamonds. There's a little evil eye here that hangs down, and then the last thing is just a little mini gold, ooh, can I find it? A little mini gold heart. So my very last stop was at Rite Aid, where I picked up a couple of things. The first thing I picked up was the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation. I'd heard a lot of really good things about this, heard that it had decent coverage, kind of gave the skin a really pretty glow. I am wearing it today. I haven't determined yet 100% if I like it. I mean, I like it. I don't know if I love it. I don't know if it beats the other foundations that I've been using lately. But fairly nice, and obviously we can get it in Canada, but I think I've seen it here for like $18, and it was $11 when I got it. The very last thing I picked up is from Physicians Formula. I had been looking at their new Nude Wear blushes, but I read a lot of things that they weren't that pigmented, so when I saw this, I decided to go for this instead because it looks so pretty. Now the problem is, I don't know what this product is actually called. When we cross the border, sometimes we will take apart our packaging and put stuff into a makeup bag and pretend like we had it so we don't have to pay duty, which is not good, but whatever, everybody does it. So I don't have the original package to tell you what this is called, but I think it's like the Nude Glam Shimmer Strips, and this is in the shade Warm Nude. And what it is this gorgeous sort of, they say it's like highlighter, blush, and eyeshadow palette all in one. So there's just all different sort of warm nude shades. It starts with the sort of light beiges here, some pinky peaches, and then you get down to more of the bronzes down there. Now these are all very well pigmented, and while they are shimmery, there's no like chunky shimmer whatsoever. It's just more of that really nice sort of finely milled glow shimmer to them. I absolutely love this thing. I've tried the eyeshadows, not so much wearing them, but like more swatching them, and they're very well pigmented. I've used the lighter shades as a highlight today and the other day. I just think this is a really great palette. My only problem with it is if you wanted to kind of swatch everything at once, everything is going to get kind of like mixed in and might not work as well for the eyeshadow. So I'll kind of have to see how that works. But overall, I really like this thing, and I'm glad that I picked this up versus the blush because I have a lot of blushes and I don't have a lot of shimmer strips. So there you go. So that is it for my US beauty and accessories haul. Be sure to leave me a comment below. Let me know if there's any of these things you want to try, if you'd like to see a further review, like I said, on my blog or by video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!